All right, welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, but how we're going to fix both of those things together. And guys, what I'm about to show you is going to make you smile ear to ear, but because it turns out the DNC is bankrupted, or at least almost bankrupted. They're just trying to figure out how to pay the bills to keep the lights on. This is a direct fallout to what we've been talking about for a while now. The dim civil war, progressive versus moderate, is heating up, and the money is stopping after the whole Davy Hogg fiasco and then the leadership clash. All of it we're going to walk through right now. This episode might be a little bit longer, so make sure I've got audio, we've got video over here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on, because this is the place where we are not only talking about what's going on, but we are also going to affect the change to take our country in the right direction. All right, looks like audio and video is good. Excellent. All right, people, listen. What we're about to talk about as you're filtering in here is something that's been culminating for a while. You've got the progressive wing, which will be like Kamala Harris, Davy Hogg, Randy Weingarten, the far left progressive wing, right? Versus the moderates who are quietly circulating in little circles on the inside of the Democrat Party saying, hey, we can't be this extreme or we'll never win again. We've covered it. We've documented it because it's very clearly happening. But now that division is filtering into the finances. And I'm about to show you a New York Times article that is outing the Democrats, the DNC, for not having any money. And since the DNC is where the gun controllers live, I have no problem burning the whole thing down. All right, so as we get into this, audio, video is still excellent. Guys, make sure you take advantage of the free training that is in the description box below. With as much craziness that is going on right now, USCCA has put out a free training in your area. There's a portal where you can check it out and find everything in your localized area. You get trained by a certified trainer. You can take it almost anywhere in your locality, as far out as you want to go, and you know the legal ramifications in your area for all the scenarios that could pop off. They put it together for free in light of all the things going on. Check it out in the description box below. And now, let's dive into this. I got a new little tool here, so I'm going to mess with that. All right. We're looking at my X profile, at Braden LOA. And I spend a lot of time on here. And guys, jump over there because this is the reason that I do. When you're looking at all the things that are occurring, it's kind of hard to see everything at once, right? There's, oh my God, we bombed Iran. Oh my God, Israel bombed Iran. Wait a minute, the DNC did something. Hold on, Davy Hogg's talking again. It's all over the place, right? But when you look at the themes here, check this out. Just in, the Democrat National Committee may now need to borrow money to pay its bills because it's so broke, the New York Times. Now, I went into this and I wanted to verify that, and here's the actual article. Like, this is not being made up. This is real. Okay, and I'll get to your comments here in a second, guys. Doge cuts. Yeah, I'm sure nothing to do with US aid, anything either. But let me show you a few of these points, and I'm going to reinforce it with some behaviors that we're seeing, which kind of corroborate our assessment that there's a war going on and they're desperate. Watch this. Under its new leader, Ken Martin, the Democrat National Committee has been plagued by infighting and a drop in big donations, raising alarms for Democrats as they try to win back power. Now, why would they be losing money? I thought they were the party of the resistance. Right? Again, I'm going to show you a lot of clips. You can see those tabs up there that we're just going to work through. This video might be a little longer, but it's important, okay? Just months into the tenure of a new party leader, Ken Martin, the Democratic National Committee's financial situation has grown so bleak that top officials have discussed whether they might need to borrow money this year to keep paying the bills. Okay, if on one hand you're a Chuck Schumer or you're a Hakeem Jeffries and you're saying how the American people are sick of the conservative right-wing MAGA movement, you know, insert the propaganda rhetoric there. It doesn't speak a lot when you can't raise money to pay your light bills. Just saying. Fellow Democrats are grumbling that Mr. Martin, who quietly accepted a raise after taking the post, weird, meritocracy, has been badly distracted by internal battles, thanks Davey. So far, they say, he has been unable to help unite his party against Republicans who control the federal government. And this right here deserves a different color highlight, because this is just beautiful for us in the gun world. A protracted and public fight with David Hogg, the 25-year-old activist turned DNC vice chair, who blindsided party officials with a plan to challenge incumbent Democrats, made things worse. The clash included the leak of embarrassing audio of Mr. Martin questioning his own role and ended in Mr. Hogg's unceremonious exit this month. I don't know who had the pull for David Hogg destroying the DNC within 3 months of his vice chairmanship, but you win something phenomenal. This kid literally went in there and destroyed everything. Glorious. All right, let's keep on going. Again, I've got all these tabs up here I got to walk you through. What they are seeing is headline after headline. This is a DNC advocate on the Harris campaign. Infighting and incompetence. And I think that it's a real problem, not just for the DNC, but for the larger Democratic brand, he said. We need to come together and focus on the issues at hand. That's got to happen now, and I mean today. And if that can't happen, we need to shift course. So I could see you guys filtering over here. Maybe they shouldn't have blown $2 million a month in Cackle's campaign. You guys are on it. It's exactly right. Maybe they shouldn't have overspent all the Kamala Harris's spending for 3-month blitz campaign, $2 billion, and then overspent. Oh boy, you guys are on it. That's why I love checking this chat. You guys nailed it. But let's keep going. Oh, look, there he is. There's our boy. Here's our boy right there, the little self-implosion. Oh, God, I love that kid. All right, here we go. Guys, this is the New York Times. Okay, they put this out there. I didn't write this. The biggest challenge facing Mr. Martin may now be financial. 6 people briefed on the party's fundraising, God, New York Times went 6 deep, who spoke on the condition of anonymity to discuss its finances frankly, said big donors who are an essential part of the party's funding had been very slow to give to the party this year as Mr. Martin solicits contributions. The big money faucet is over. Probably for one of these comments right over here, what you guys just said with spending $2 billion and having nothing to show for it. I don't know. Because the far left progressives are clashing behind the scenes with the moderates, and those two factions cannot coexist in the same party. Where we're going right now is either the moderates take over, the left progressives take over, or there's a split. It's one of those 3 scenarios, because these two things can't live, they cannot cohesively exist in the same environment. But let's continue, because honestly, we benefit in all 3 of those scenarios. Senior DNC officials have discussed the possibility of borrowing money in the coming months to keep the operations fully funded, so we're going into debt, according to 2 people with direct knowledge of the private discussions who insisted on anonymity. All right, I've shown you enough of this article. We've laid the groundwork. There's problems internal, okay? But now, what do you say we keep on going down this road and look at the dim civil war that is popping off? Because one of the things that you can always tell what's going on when there's any type of politician on the right, left, center, up, down, whatever, you can tell by the party's response on some of their hot button issues. Remember, leftist progressives versus Democrat moderates, all right? If the progressives were winning, you would not see what I'm about to show you. Democrats' wary response to transgender rulings shows the party's retreats. These first 3 paragraphs are key to understand. Again, all of this has to do with us winning the gun rights fight too, because while they are divided, we are winning. Leading Democrats offered a slow trickle of critical reaction on Wednesday, that would be today, to the Supreme Court's decision upholding a state ban on some transgender care for youth, underscoring the new discomfort, wait for it, on the issue from a party that has long seen itself as a champion of LGBTQ Americans. Discomfort? Why? Thought you were right. I thought you were virtuous. I thought you were the leading light of morality. But now you're quiet. It doesn't make sense unless there was disunion in the ranks, right? I'm getting to this point. I'm going to put all this together. I'm going to show you a lot of clips in a second. Hours after the ruling arrived, some top Democrats, like Senator Chuck Schumer of New York, the minority leader, had denounced the decision as part of the cruel crusade against trans Americans. And of course, talking about the Supreme Court decision today. But many others, wait for it, including key players in the 2028 shadow primary race, had yet to weigh in. Governor Gavin Newsom of California was posting on social media about the National Guard, staying away from it. Governor Josh Shapiro of Pennsylvania had thoughts about housing, staying away from it. Governor Wes Moore of Maryland shared a celebration of pride, but said nothing about the major new court ruling. Those 3 people are the leading contenders, because Gretchen Whitmer ousted herself when she hugged Trump. So those 3 right there aren't saying a peep about one of the main progressive causes, transgenderism, in the entire scenario. At all. The day a SCOTUS ruling comes down? Okay. So now let me keep on going on this. And so, what's up, guys? Hoggy Boy went all the way home. Yeah, he did. All right. Excellent. Good stuff. All right. Let's keep on going. So this one right here was interesting. And I'm going to cover all these things on separate issues as well. But Teacher Union President Randy Weingarten is resigning from the Democratic National Committee after 23 years. This comes after a spat with DNC Chair Ken Martin. That was 3 days ago. So, you know what's interesting about Randy Weingarten? Yeah, she was one of the heavy backers of David Hogg, still is one of the heavy supporters of Davy Hogg. Now she just quit after Davy Hogg got the boot out of the vice chairmanship. Guys, are you seeing what's happening? She is a far left progressive. Davy Hogg is a far left progressive. All the far left progressives are leaving the DNC or they're being booted out, while the guy who's still there can't fundraise a penny because of the ongoing war that's happening. This is what's happening. You are winning this solidly. Again, let's keep on going to some clips. Because this right here, I'm not going to switch over to the audio. I want to make sure you guys just have the visual. What we're seeing right now, and you're going to see more and more of it, you're going to see the Democrats start to utilize the shock tactics like Senator Padilla did in Kristi Noem's presser, because he got attention. So now you're going to start seeing other Democrats do the same thing. We're not getting fundraising from traditional sources, so we've got to go out and be the victim and cause outrage and get lots of clips and then make lots of energy about it. That way we'll get money. It's reinforcing the point that these extreme measures they're taking are basically underscoring what's happening, okay? So that was, you guys know that, Senator Padilla, right? Or Padilla. All right, let's go to another one. Again, that was one. Here's Hakeem Jeffries. I'm not going to play it because it's just asinine. Well, you know what? Actually, I'll play it just because I want to break up my voice, because, I mean, I get it, but like, let's listen to Hakeem Jeffries real quick.
He was at that press conference doing his job, asking questions about what is taking place in California, the state that he represents, and on behalf of the American people. And he was recklessly and aggressively manhandled. That was unacceptable. It was unconscionable. It was unpatriotic. It's un-American. And every single person who was involved in manhandling Senator Padilla should be held accountable to the full extent of the law. Yes. So this is not going to end until there is accountability and until the Trump administration changes its behavior. This administration is not about law and order. It's about lawlessness and disorder. And that's what we've seen from day one.
You notice the theme? Standing in front on the Capitol Hill steps with all the Democrats behind him, have a microphone, make sure you make a big outrage. It's not going away until we get an answer. Have you heard about it in 24 hours? How about 48 hours? No, it went away because it's all about the clips. They're trying to generate outrage. That's the whole point. Watch. I'm going to show you another one. That was number 2. Here's number 3. This is a California Democrat. I'm going to play it, but not the audio. This is a Democratic, the chairman of the Gun Violence Prevention Task Force in the House, screaming about it on the House floor, same day. So that's 3. Let's go to the next one. Again, there's a theme here. There's a theme. Here's Buttigieg getting on there and exhibiting his outrage. That's 4. All this happened within an hour, by the way, ish. Here is, that's another out of the cash one. We covered that. Oh, yeah, no. This is a actual mayor. I can't remember her name, but no, it's a House rep member who's now charged and she's indicted. That's 5. Then we go with, let's get the 6th one here. This was today. So what you're seeing here this is Congresswoman Delia Ramirez. She went to an ICE institution today. As a member of Homeland Security Committee, I came to the Broadview ICE Processing Center to fulfill my congressional oversight authority granted under the appropriation laws. It's ridiculous. We came in to get answers from the people in charge. That's 6. There's a mayor in New York. That was a day ago. He got arrested. And this is all about immigration. That's 7, and this is 8. So on number 8, come on. It's another guy, another Democrat going to an ICE facility the exact same way, expecting to be let in, just like Maxine Waters. The reason that I'm showing you all of these things is because it circles back to this point. You are winning because you are putting them in such a position to where they are having to do more and more and more obscene things to get more and more attention grabs and get clips to go out and fundraise because the money is not there. You're going to see the exact same things happen with bill introductions because bills are free to introduce and they're really good for marketing. Look how much of a champion, how virtuous I am, but I put this bill forward. No co-sponsors and didn't go anywhere, but I put the bill forward. That's what you're seeing right now. And I'm just going to kind of wrap this real quick with a honest PSA. You guys are in a position now where you are winning so well, and you are so founded, and you are so activated and so unified across the board that you are having them bankrupted. They cannot get support. They cannot gain traction. They look inconsistent. They're firing people. People are quitting. They can't pay their freaking bills. And you're in a position where you can take your suppressors back, your short barrels back. You can make all of this happen, and you're in the middle of doing it. And that's the reason I wanted to do this video. I wanted to show you the state of your opposition. And I'm going to jump over to the comments real quick, make sure I'm not neglecting my duty as your host. Audio is still good. Awesome. Her name's Super Belly. All right, just making sure. All right, you guys are just having fun over here. Okay, cool. No questions for me. Awesome. Well, guys, that concludes me tonight. I hope you enjoyed this content. I hope it landed the plane. I hope you see the disjointed nature of your opposition and you take full advantage and you put this pedal to the metal because we got some freedom to spend. And I will see you guys on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.